Hey everybody, I'm going to try to keep this a relatively quick stream. I know I say that and then it just rambles on, but so I had court this morning in Michigan City Superior 4. There were some issues with my previous attorney, David Sarugo, who... And the motherfucker, he canceled like at least 3 court dates, wouldn't show up to court, wouldn't talk to me, wouldn't communicate, and then he shows up on the day that he puts in a motion for him to withdraw his appearance. That's the only time the motherfucker showed up. So I was in court this morning to get established with a new attorney, and that new attorney was James Cupp. And through the actions of Mr. Cupp while I was sitting in fucking court for fucking at least fucking an hour, because they do the prisoners first, was that Mr. Cupp is a governmental agent working for the Central Intelligence Agency, but not limited to only the Central Intelligence Agency. So he calls me up, and he basically wants my phone number. I give it to him. In open court, by the way, which that seems a little bit fucking unreasonable, but okay. And then I proceed to tell him that I left a message upon his staff for him to send me an email. And he really didn't acknowledge that. I talked to him in the hallway. He basically walks by me and says, "Call me." And I'm like, I sent you an email. And then he turns around real quick. I mean, if I weren't such a nice guy and fucking, didn't actually back up, I would have knocked the fuck out of him. He puts his hands in his pockets. He gets about like 6 inches away from me. And, I was in fear for my life. But, I took a step back and he didn't take a step forward, or I just would have knocked him out. So there's that I had to deal with this morning. And, oh, by the way, James, you're fucking fired. I'm going to put in paperwork with the court to make that official. You're fucking not representing me, you fucking piece of garbage. Oh, and then, okay, so I'm kind of in a subdivision where they're creating, and let me just show you something. So this guy... that he isn't a contractor or anything, and it looks like governmental agent to me because my screen is dim and dark, and so I would say that my stream is hacked into. Anyway, so moving on to other business. So I spoke to Krista Smidgill, who is my public defender in my Gary matter upon a CIA agent. This is real cute, gentlemen. This is fucking real cute, you fucking idiots. Like, why, you motherfuckers? Why would you guys clog up the whole street? Like, you fuckers. Anyway, and, I was talking to him about a few things, with, the cases regarding, I was arrested in the Gary Public Safety Building, with Anthony Boulware, that fucking, a nigger fucking hating fucking CIA agent who doesn't like white people, that motherfucker. And so, I basically, we were talking about, a de novo appeal, okay? If you don't know what a de novo appeal is, basically, in different states, it means different things, but basically, to how I understand it in the state of Indiana, is basically if one has a court case in a court that is not a court of record, okay? So meaning that there's no a court stenographer or court reporter, rather. Same thing, I guess. Then, if you don't like the outcome, then there can be a de novo appeal put in. I believe you have to do it within 10 days. And so me and Chris were, talking, and then stupid fucker hit the conversation where apparently this is a common practice that's been fucking going on in Gary, where so his interpretation was, after the judge puts in her final judgment, then he's no longer representing me anymore. Maybe. But then somebody, an appellate attorney or him or somebody, has to put in the de novo appeal for me, because, there's significant case law where a person, is entitled to an attorney through every step of the way to continue the process. Okay, so that would be, a part of the process. And then he's spouting off some dumb shit where I would have to somehow file this on my own. And I'm like, no, like, either you or a appellate attorney would have to do that on my behalf, because that's your fucking job description. And then he fucking gives me some more fucking dumb shit where if I feel that he is wrong in his summation, then I need to send him case law. I need to cite him something so that he can file the de novo appeal. And at that point, I just fucking hung up on him because, one, I don't have to do his job, okay? He works for me. And he said something that was very disturbing to me. He said his employer is the judge. I'll repeat that. My attorney, Chris Midgill, in Gary City Court, said that his boss, his employer, is the judge. That's not how that works, okay? He may be paid by the city of Gary, but he is, I'm his employer, okay? I'm his boss, not the fucking judge. And, he's a real nice guy, very competent lawyer, actually beyond competent. But, he needs to get on that fucking program where I am not going to file my own, de novo fucking appeal. Will not fucking do it. And, if he's not going to cooperate, or if the court is not going to appoint, somebody to file the fucking appeal, then, then I'll just have to start suing more people. But, it's just amazing how poor people every fucking day in fucking courts all around the country are fucking, they're just discriminated against because they're fucking poor. They're railroaded because they're fucking poor. And by golly, if you fucking speak up and say, hey, you know what, that's fucking bullshit, that's fucking illegal, then, after a couple times of that, then the judge, then he or she will fucking say, well, Mr. Swine, you're being unfucking ruly, and, I view this as that you are waiving your right to counsel, a waiver by actions. Yeah. And if you look that up, there's case law on waiver by actions, but it's still undefined because that needs to go to United States Supreme Court. So basically, I guess how I'm going to proceed, because I've given now fucking 2 attorneys in LaPorte opportunities, and they fucking won't talk to me. They fucking won't talk to me. Oh, one tried to fucking, physically fucking assault me. And I'm just not doing this anymore. So I'm going to have to put in a pro se a communication to court under duress, and basically say, hey, this motherfucker James Cupp, he's no longer my attorney. Here's why. And basically, I'm going to have to spell it out for the judge. If you're not going to cooperate upon finding me somebody who is, number one, first and foremost, not a governmental agent. I'll say it again, not a governmental agent, because you motherfuckers call me fucking crazy, but yet, there's no process. There's no process that the LaPorte County Public Defender's Office or any governmental entity, including the fucking FBI, or, matter of fact, the fucking CIA, to actually make sure that they're not hiring double agents. Nobody has a firm policy in place so that, for example, lawyers or doctors or judges or the motherfucker at fucking Hardee's who's flicking your goddamn burger fucking doesn't flip some fucking poison in it because, oh, by the way, they're fucking CIA. So there's fucking no... there is no process. There's no These motherfuckers are fucking circling me, fucking piggies. Fucking little piggies. Yeah, so there's that. And then also, two other orders of fucking business here is, I don't know if any of you are familiar upon a tire and auto shop called Bell Tire. These motherfuckers, they frustrate me in the worst way fucking possible. So they have locations in, I believe, Indiana, Michigan, Ohio, Illinois, and I think Kentucky. I think they started in Michigan, but I think those are the states they do business in, if they don't do a business in other states. And so basically, my fucking beef with them stems for about now 2.5 going on 3 years, where they provide a free complimentary service on the outside of their building. They have this air dispenser for your tires. Okay, so as a courtesy, they give you free air. Okay, thank you, Bell Tire, for that. Thank you very much. But when I go to utilize it and it doesn't work for whatever fucking reason, and I take the time out of my day to bring it to your attention, do not argue with me that there is no problem. Fix the problem! Fix the fucking problem. Either fix the problem or don't offer the service. It's just that simple. Either fix or don't offer. Fix or don't offer. Fix or don't offer. Don't fucking argue with me that there is no fucking problem. Obviously, in my point of view, there is a problem. All because air is not going in the tire. If air were going in the tire, I would not fucking spend the time to argue with you and call your customer service and goddamn fucking wherever the fuck you answer your phone calls to argue with you that there's fucking not a problem when there is a problem. Okay? So it's fucking that. Then the other fucking order of fucking outrage I have is fucking Panda Express, okay? These motherfuckers, and this pig here, he has been following me all over fucking Portage, by the way. But anyway, we'll leave that for here in a couple minutes. So, so Panda Express, I'm sure, I believe they do business in all 50 states. But for some of those who don't know what they do, they are basically a American version of Chinese food. Okay, the food's not bad when it's not fucking poison. But my gripe with these motherfuckers, and it does not matter, folks. It does not matter what time of motherfucking day you go in to a Panda Express. Somehow, some way, they're out of fucking brown rice. They don't have brown rice. They don't know where brown rice is. They don't know how to cook brown rice. It's steaming. It's on vacation in Vegas. It's seeing its mother in Detroit. But they offer it on the menu. But yet they don't know anything about it when you ask for it. And I went there at like 11 o'clock. And they didn't have any brown rice. I'm like, you motherfucker. It's so I just walk out. I'm fucking tired of having to do battle upon, either going to a place of business and wanting to pay my, a few dollars I have for some nourishment, and then it's not what I want, and I gotta fucking wait, or this, or there's poison added. I don't fucking need that. Okay, so that kind of segues into this whole, attorney fucking business, is I'm entitled, I'll say it again, I and everybody else am entitled to a lawyer under the 6th Amendment of the Constitution of the United States of America, okay? It's not like it's a privilege, it's like fucking goddamn, it's a right. It is a right, okay? And so when I have to fight tooth and fucking nail to either get an attorney, like I'm having to in St. Joseph County because they say that me, exercising my First Amendment right in an unpopular way, that's a waiver of rights. I say they're fucking wrong, and I'm gonna actually prove that to them, that they are fucking wrong. Or you get some fucking, piece of shit, horrible, fucking, incompetent, old fucking douchebag, dried up, lip dick, fucking stupid, fucking fatty, fucking fascist, fucking communist, as in fucking James Cupp and fucking David Sarugo. And you can fucking throw fucking fag boy in there, Alan fucking Saranac, who are just incompetent. They're incompetent upon, actually practicing, wherever I go today. Portage PD is today, folks. A coincidence? I think not. Anyway, so you guys have a great day. And if you encounter fucking bullshit, don't fucking tolerate it. And don't break any laws trying to actually get through bullshit. But, for all the motherfuckers in life who allow your civil rights to be violated, or, I understand that when you file lawsuits, okay, and you use a fucking attorney, those motherfuckers are crooks. They're expensive, and they're fucking scum. There are a few good attorneys, but the majority, by and large, are just fucking, just worthless, fucking greedy, just fucking pikers. And so I understand if you are, filing, for an example, say you're filing an appeal, okay? And let's just use it's a state appeal, for example. And you only have so much money to file it in your state court of appeals, and you lose. And you would win at the at the higher courts, but yet you don't have any money to go forth. It's unfortunate, and that's just how our fucking legal system is currently. But you've got to challenge. You have to take, I'm a firm believer of that you take an appeal all the way to the United States Supreme Court. You appeal something until it cannot be appealed any further, because there are a lot of case law that is, one, outdated, two, clearly fucking wrong, because people, they just stop. They stop for whatever reason. They don't have the money, or they get bad legal advice, or whatever the fuck, and then, everybody else then, is unfortunately subservient to that fucking bullshit fucking case law, because you don't have any money, you don't have the legal knowledge to fucking take it forth, your lawyer's a piece of shit who needs to die, and so I know a lot of you think that I overreact on most things. I don't think I do. I think that if there's ever injustice, if there's ever a fucking bullshit, especially fucking bullshit that involves your government, first thing you do is, if you are not in court, fucking take your fucking phone out, or take something out to document the fucking situation, and fucking start fucking redressing your fucking government. And don't fucking break the law, but, you guys know what I'm saying, is, it really irritates me, just from, me being a proud American, upon motherfuckers who claim they're fucking patriots and Americans, but yet they criticize, others for how this motherfucker's a governmental agent. So I'll give you guys a free governmental agent. I won't even charge you. A WUF 842. I won't even charge you. It irritates me that either fucking cops or fucking governmental agents, they criticize, auditors or people who stand up to the government. And I know I said it's going to be short, but I never can do a short fucking anything. One closing fucking couple minutes here is I was watching a video. I think it was on James Freeman's channel. I think the bearded CIA terrorist himself. Not to be confused with the bearded terrorist Jeremy Sebald, who allegedly now has a daughter who has caught STDs from giving blowjobs in the park for quarters. Allegedly. Some may have said. Speaking of Jeremy, and then I'll segue back into James, is get over it, bitch. What's wrong with you? Fat cunt. I am going to sue Jeremy in federal court because he's just not stopping. He's not stopping acting at the behest of the CIA. He's admitted he is CIA, and I'll just subpoena all of Mr. Sebald's videos that basically, show his guilt. And if he's going to be dumb and fight me in court, then it'll just be a long, drawn-out fucking battle where, he will end up in an uncomfortable situation. So basically, it'll be about how reasonable I will want to be upon what amount of damages I think is appropriate. Because, some cases you file a lawsuit and it's just a slam dunk. And, using existing case law that does exist on the subject matter, basically, in a nutshell, if, let's say, somebody from the FBI, okay, let's say that somebody from the FBI is just making your life a living fucking hell. I mean, they're following you, they're breaking into your home, and you can prove this, and that they're doing it at the behest of the FBI. Say there's some clandestine fucking, bullshit governmental fucking investigation conspiracy, and you can prove that that it is at the behest of the FBI, then you can take them to federal court and sue them, and you can win. Okay? So that's no different than what fucking Jeremy is doing, and he has admitted on multiple live streams that he is CIA. He's doing this at the behest of the CIA, and I really don't need anything more else. I don't have to do anything else other than present the fucking videos that came out of his mouth. His mouth, not my mouth, his mouth. And then getting back to James real quickly. So I was watching this video on James's channel, or somebody posted a video that James did or something, but it was James narrating it. And they were talking about, I guess there's this law in Texas, I don't know if it's been overturned or what, but there was some legislation that was actually being, talked about, actually trying to be passed, where apparently in the state of Texas, if you or anybody else in the state of Texas did not put on your turn signal within 100 feet of a turn, then I believe it's a Class C infraction and you could be taken to jail. And they read some stats where 25,000 Texans, or people in Texas, who allegedly had failed to put their turn signal on 100 feet before a fucking turn, were taken to jail over a citable, a tickable offense. And so there were some of the Texas state legislator who said, hey, you know what, that's not fucking okay. And so they had video from the open hearing. Okay, and they had former cops, current cops, they had citizens. They had about a hodgepodge of every walk of life you could think of. They had somebody who had an opinion on the subject matter, all right? And what I found the most interesting through all of this, is the police union representative. He basically condemned. He said there's this segment of the population, they're called sovereign citizens, okay? So law enforcement, they use this term sovereign citizens to make people who stand up for their rights, as bad people. Or we're some gang or something, just retardedly fucking not true to shift the narrative. Because pigs, they always be shifting the narrative because they have no true narrative, so they have to, always be shifting the narrative, so they have alternative facts, kind of like our president. That's a whole different discussion, by the way. And so you shift the narrative until you find a narrative that works for your fucking narrative. You see what I'm saying? So it's just lies. It's just like a fat girl who is twirling, and eventually she may be skinny. Maybe, but she'll go to Dunkin' Donuts and then she's fat again. You see what I'm saying? So basically, what I took away from watching about a 15-20 minute video of these people speaking is that law enforcement, they criticize people who stand up for their rights. And if you stand up for your rights, you are somehow a problem. You're somehow, you don't like the government, you don't like America, blah, 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 blah. And I don't identify as a sovereign citizen. I identify as a law-abiding citizen who just doesn't take any bullshit. Now, I know some people that identify as sovereign citizens that don't have their fucking license plates and just stupid shit, and then they complain and when they get pulled over repeatedly because they have no license plate. And, there's a certain place and time to pick your battles, and that's just not fucking one of them. Let's see if anything else. Oh, something else. So, I'm a very patient person. Believe it or not, I'm a very patient man. Years ago, I was impatient. Not very patient. And a lot of people will say I'm not patient, but I truly am patient. I just, give that appearance for other reasons. But an agreement was reached upon individuals, and the individuals who agreed to do something are fucking not doing it. They're not fucking doing it. And there's migrant workers involved. And the fucking migrant workers they're not doing what they said they would fucking do. And it's getting to a juncture where the other parties involved are becoming exponentially impatient. And I mean unreasonably impatient because, they've been jerked around for fucking a goddamn year now, and something as positive is going to happen here by the end of this fucking year. Something positive is going to happen. Verbal agreements were made. There's a contract that was fucking made, and people need to start fulfilling their fucking obligations, or as a wise man once said, somebody may shit in your fucking oatmeal.